What's going on, guys? It's your boy Zooko here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a little few tips that you can do with Hawkeye to make your DPS just a little bit better. I'm not going to make this like a super long video where I go over every single ability, but just showing you some tips because I feel like he's pretty easy to kind of pick up and play. So let's go ahead and show you some things that may not be on surface level, so that way you guys can be better. So obviously, if you're aiming, if you put your character on them, it's like a vicinity tracker, your passive. Anytime you offer them, you'll always keep a 43 charge, so just keep that in mind. If you stay on them a little bit longer, it'll go all the way up to 100. This actually allows for you to do more damage, whether it's a body shot or a headshot, which is actually really good. This allows for you to do a lot of damage when you're not exactly aiming for criticals. So this is always going to be effective. It's always worth doing this, but there is an alternative firing method that you do have, which is going to be just tap firing. This is a faster fire rate, and this is really good at taking out tanks that are trying to press you, because if you get a headshot on these, then they actually do a pretty good job. Now the tracking on these is pretty easy whenever you're up close, and I think this is better than doing the little these shots, because the spread on them is way too much. I only really use this like this, and then I immediately switch back out, because I honestly think that this is really not that big of a deal. I would only use it if you're charging for it, because it allows for you to kind of line it up like that, and you're challenging them vertically, because tracking someone where they're doing like that is a pretty hard track. But that's the only way I would use my spreads. I wouldn't really use my spreads like let's say if I have an Iron Fist fighting me, I'm not about to sit here and do like these. Like, that's just not going to be good enough. I'm better off trying to aim a shot or even hit a body shot. Your body shots just do much more damage. Like, it's better to do that and then tap fire. So I'd rather be like these and then something like that. The next thing that you do have is you have a little combo here. You can press your E and lead it straight into a tap shot, and that's going to pretty much kill everyone. This is one of those things where if you actually hit them with the arrow, you actually do a little bit more damage. You can charge it up as well if you want to, but you always kind of technically do get about a 43 charge whenever you tap fire these. So you're always getting some sort of charge, right? See, as you can see, you get about 33 or somewhere around there whenever you fire these. I do think it is better to do your tap shots. I think it's just better at killing. Moving on, if someone is actively diving you, you can pretty much switch out of these pretty quickly. So let's say if you do like this, you can like switch these pretty quickly, and this actually is nice leading into a melee. So let's say if you're here, bing, 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 like you can actively switch between these pretty quickly. You do have to kind of get used to the little switch speed, and you can finish it off with your left shift to get them away from you. But if they have more health, then you can boop them away. So let's say if someone's like trying to press you, you can be like bing, 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 right? One of my favorite combos I like to do if I'm trying to kill people is I don't have to be aggressive. I can just get them with a body shot, knife, and then kill like that. That is very good at killing. All you got to do is just sit here and just time a shot. Just hit them and then touch like that, and that's going to pretty much kill everyone. So that is pretty cool. Let's talk about some of your vertical stuff. If you're going to vertically challenge, this is harder for you to track. You have to jump over them if you're going to do anything like that. Other than that, it's really not like going to be hard for them. Like, I would only do this if you're trying to get behind them. You can like jump behind them like this and then boop like that, and then set up something aerial. So that is technically something that you can do. It's not like crazy, but it is like something that you can do like that, just to kind of displace them a little bit. If they do turn around, it makes their aim harder to kind of track, because they're here and then they're doing this and then they get booted back. So it is nice to do. All you have to do is just be a little bit behind them, and then it'll do like that. So that is something that you can do in order to kill people. Moving on, another thing that you can do is this quick little combo here. I like doing this whenever I have the chance. Bing, 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 bing. The animation counter is just nice, right? So I like doing this. So this is something that you can do that's not going to be very difficult for you. You can always finish off like that as well. So you do have some pretty much up close stuff. Just remember, if you do your knife, they animation cancel into each other. So even if someone presses you and you're sitting in this, and let's say you dive on them, you hit them with this, you can just ding and then try and land up another shot. So one thing I like to do if I'm going against tanks is I like to tap fire, E, tap fire, right? And that puts it pretty low, jump over them, touch them with this, then this into that. And if that's not enough to kill, then do what you got to do. But most of the time, whenever I'm going against a tank, I will actually like to fully charge here and then go into my E, touch here, touch, bing, bing, and that's pretty good at killing a lot of tanks. So I think this is a really nice combo for you guys to kind of, you know, perfect and whatnot. So if you get this perfect like this, as you can see, you can pretty much knock a tank out rather easily. So I do think that this is another really cool thing that you can do. Is just remember that this is kind of like your animation council here. Just remember that this thing is pretty much like very direct. Like there's not really that much drop off. Pretty much goes where you want it to go at. So yeah, I do think that this character is better than Black Widow. I don't think you really need to use Black Widow when you have a character like Hawkeye. Hawkeye can be top 3 DPS in this game if you have the aim for it. And I don't think you need to be ridiculous with your aim. The projectile speed isn't that crazy, so I get like at least a good 10 picks a game. That's not exactly what I would call great, and I haven't really put that much time into the character to where I can be like fully cracked out with him just yet, like how I was with my Hanzo. So I think that this character is much easier to use than Black Widow, and his kit just feels a little bit better, and you actually have a little bit more chain. So if you ask me, I think this is the better character. Use him. But that's pretty much everything I have here for you guys for this guide, or this quick little video for Hawkeye. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you are interested in some of my other videos, go check out my Punisher video and go check out my Spider-Man video. We're out. Peace.